This week, Jump Kaisen returns, but ironically the best segment of the episode was the first 5 minutes, no jumping involved. Just 5 straight minutes of the pastry chef Mei Mei cooking. Last time we left off with her stuck in the smallpox DD's domain. The animation for this section was insane, but I couldn't even enjoy the fight that much because watching this man wee blush after being saved by Mei Mei pissed me off. That little bozo shouldn't exist. It should be me there instead. Every day I wish Gege made that woman normal. This woman was ready to use her own little brother as bait just to acquire the dub. And he's talking about, yes, big sister, anything for you. The day Wee gets packed will be one of the greatest days of my life. Quick thing about Mei Mei before I move on though, this woman is addicted to posing. Like every time she does something, she starts posing for the gram. It's weird. Now the rest of the episode, we get into JJK's main format of fighting, which is jumping somebody. Nanami, Maki, and Naobito are walking through the station and they end up walking paths with the cute octopus curse, Dagon. And just like every old man in anime, Naobito is an alcoholic hater. Sees Dagon frame one and starts smoke with this little guy. Like he beat up bro so hard that Dagon barfed out his lunch. But that's when we are once again reminded that no matter how cute he looks, he's still a curse at the end of the day. Dagon was on a freaking mukbang of humans, and I guess the dude was about to have a food coma because he starts tweaking about how his big sis got her back blown out by the Honored One while hitting that Gon transformation into a Yu-Gi-Oh monster. But this man Naobito is not moved in the slightest. Starts yapping about 4K and 60 FPS while Dagon is going on about his ideology. Like bro, we do not care. Naobito's like me when people start yapping about school gossip. Close your lips, I genuinely do not want to hear about it. So he starts blitzing Dagon while Nanami and Maki are playing a supporting role in the jumping. And I'll be honest, as someone who does manga animations in After Effects, when the narrator started talking about Naobito's technique of splitting 1 second into 24 frames, my toes started curling. That old man understood my love for the game. The narrator even saying that the only other sorcerer faster than him was Gojo. It's elite glazing, but I co-sign it because that man knows game. And this fight is pretty much a low diff until Dagon whips out his domain expansion, reminding me of those creepy eels from Mario Galaxy. That used to be my 13th reason as a kid. It used to scare me like crazy. So just like Maki, I would have been getting cooked inside this domain. And it's looking really over for everyone until throughout heaven and earth, I alone am the inconvenienced one. Megumi Fushiguro appears on the battlefield. And this time, he's not trying to unalive himself. So props for him. None of this with this Treasure Eye summons shenanigans today. He gives Playful Cloud to Maki, which is good because the entire episode she was facing Miwa allegations was absolutely useless. She was telling Naobito earlier in the episode that if you aren't going to help, just go home. She shouldn't have said this though because the gods of karma took that personally and had to realize she wasn't built for this. It was really bad. Like first Nobara and now Maki. Mei Mei is the only woman putting up numbers in this arc. Sad times. But back to Megumi. He creates a hole for them to escape and he's coming in absolutely clutch. He tells Nanami this and Nanami immediately understands the assignment and locks in. And he yells out to everyone that they need to assemble to get to Megumi's feet so they can hightail it out of here because they're about to get cooked. With Maki and Naobito doing a dash upon hearing this. Nanami is simply a true leader and he had that like Aaron aura from like AOT. He had that type of aura in this episode. Like if I was him, I'm asking for a raise after this arc because I just know I'm not getting paid enough to deal with this foolishness every day. But nothing in this anime ever goes right. In the world of Jujutsu Kaisen, the game is rigged and the one who hates kids appears through the hole tweaking with a gigantic smile, looking like me when the homies call me cute. And I'll be completely honest, this episode has clearly shown that there are insane production issues occurring with its adaptation. A lot of cuts look unfinished, with animators and the director of this episode blaming themselves for putting out a product they weren't satisfied with. And even though it's not their fault, it's really just the company for having horrible working conditions and time management issues. And that's why in some of these videos I try to catch myself and say the animators cooked instead of saying MAPPA cooked, because truthfully all the praise should be going to them instead. Hopefully the anime goes on a break or delay similar to Zom 100 for a little while, because at the end of the day, quality over quantity. And if you're someone who agrees with that belief while also enjoying anime content that keeps it real, consider subscribing so when I hit 10K you can brag about being a day one. Gotta get back in the kitchen to cook. Peace.